Hey y'all, Rochelle here, your delightful crafter or hauler, again, whichever you choose. I have the Tonic Craft Kit number 55. I'm going to unbox that for you. As you can see, I've been getting... The U.S. Post Office hasn't been very great at delivering things lately. But I have checked, everything's good, so... you know, in the past, if I've had issues, if I reached out to Tonic, they were awesome at, you know, replacing anything. So, anywho, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you stick around a spell. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. Ding that bell next door if you want to get notifications of my future videos. Thumbs up, likes, always appreciated. And any questions or comments, please leave them down below. So... we're going to go ahead and get everything out. Okay. I always start with the paper. Let me get the little card that shows everything included. This one is called the Bureau Bloom Box. So, if you're not familiar with the craft kit, it's a great value. The stamp and die that come in the kit, that's the only way to get it. You're not going to find it for sale anywhere. You might catch, I don't know if it's still open now, but like they had what's called the vault. And when they open the vault, they'll bring back... well, whatever they have overstock of, basically. And, you might find something that you missed. And I think the vault just closed, or it might still be open. I will include a link in the description if it's still open. Depending on when you're watching it, the link may or may not work. Anywho, I like to start with the paper that is included. They are always awesome at sending it in these little folders, so it helps protect the paper from damage and shipping. So I always keep those. And then the paper that is included, because I have all the paper that Tonic carries, I go ahead and separate it into the folders that I keep them in. So, anywho, I think I'm going to dig out all of the textured cardstock first and get that out of the way. There's actually quite a bit in this one. Let's see. Kind of surprised at how much is in this one, but I'm totally alright with that because they have some of my favorite. So the textured cardstock that is included in this one is bright white, and there's 2 sheets of this included. Their textured cardstock is solid core, so that means the color goes all the way through, so if you tear it, you're not going to have a white center, which is something that always bothers me. Anyway, and I love texture because to me it gives a little more, I don't know, it looks a little more finished to me on a project. So 2 sheets of the bright white. Then we have a sheet of blossom pink. We have raspberry pink. And then we have grass green. So that is the textured, or as they call their classic card, texture weave. Now we have, where's the iridescent? Here it is. Iridescent cardstock in the color Seafoam. Well, that's not it. Where is it? It must be this one in Seafoam green. So it has iridescent, so it's got a color shift, but it does have a green tone to it, which is hard to show you in the camera. Then we have pearlescent cardstock in pearl white. This is the only specialty cardstock that is double-sided. All of their other specialty card is single. So, just so you know. We have glitter card in Candy Floss. This is one of my most unfavorite colors. This is not one of my favorites at all. And their glitter card is really awesome. There's very little to no shedding, and it cuts really well as well. We have specialty card in Ice Rink, and there's something, that's all right. So it's got a texture to it. It has a silvery, there's a slight color shift, but it does have a silver color white back. Then we have pattern paper, and what do they call this? They call this, the pattern paper is something new with them. It's just called the Bureau Bloom Box pattern paper. So we have green on one side, polka dots. So there you go. These are the two sheets, exactly the same. So we'll do that. So that's all the paper that comes in this kit. Then, which is awesome for some people who don't have one of these, it comes with a stamp cleaning cloth. These are wonderful for cleaning off your stamps in between colors. It comes sealed. It is something that you want to keep damp to use. Let me see if I can reach I use a salt cellar to store mine in. This one, you can't find, it's very hard to find this particular one anymore. I had to search and search. It's got a little, I don't know, what do you call that? Not jelly or, what is it? I can't think what it's called. But anyway, this one is a little dried out, but this is the Lawn Fawn stamp chamois. You can see it's dirty. Once they get dirty, they stay dirty. But anyway, all you have to do is when it dries like this, I have a little water bottle. I spray in there, close it up. It does its thing. And the awesome thing about the Nuvo, it's gray. So it's going to hide it's not going to look as dirty as the Lawn Fawn. So I was happy to get another one of those. But an old salt cellar is awesome if you have one. They have some that you can find where the top kind of rolls like a trash can. But, yep. So this is a salt cellar is what this is called. So just FYI. The brand for this one is called Prepara. So Prepara.com. I'll try to remember to put a link down below if I can find this. If I can find it, I'll put it in the description below for you. Let's set that back there. All right. This kit also came with the craft tacky glue in a pen. Actually, I've got, I don't keep them in. I always pull them out of their packages. It's easier to store. I've already got one open. One side is a fine tip. You got to close it up because the pressure inside kind of pushes the glue out. And then the other side is a flat tip right here. So if you're going over large areas. So, and I love their tacky glue. It's wonderful. All right. We are going to get into the stamp and die, and then I'll show you the Nuvo goodies that came with the kit as well. So they always come with a sticker, and I always take it off, put it on the outside of the envelope. And then when I get my next binder, every third kit, Tonic sends you a binder that will hold a minimum of 3 of these. I think that's what they recommend because they send the binder in, like I said, every third kit. So, but I have tested, you can actually put 4 of these in one of each of the binders. So anyway, so in the past, they didn't always say what the set was. It was just themed, it was themed towards the set. Anywho, so there's that. And the stamps that come, we have thanks, enjoy, hugs, for you, always, and love. And then just some florally backgrounds. this little oval here, you can stamp inside if you wish. And then these are decorative panels for some dies that we're going to see inside. Same for this one. Alrighty. Oh, and this is what the box actually looks like. It's hard to see in here, but this is it. And these side here, it looks like they pull apart, but what they do is they fold open for the inside. And we'll see it in just a second. No, I didn't make one. They didn't always do this, but they do now. They include assembly instructions, which I think they should do with all of their dies. It's, you know, it just really helps, especially if somebody's new to 3D crafting. So as you can see, it's got a solid center, and then the sides open up, and then you just tuck whatever it is you're trying to gift inside this middle piece. So for this middle piece here, you are going to die cut 4 of this die, and you've got your little tab on the side, and you just glue them, or if you choose, tape them together. Here we have, with this set, you only have 1 long decorative panel. Sometimes they'll include 2 for you to pick from. And so this stamp here fits into this panel right there. And then these stamps here will fit in either of these side panels. And then you have, with these side panels, they do include 2 different dies if you want to change how they look. Also, for right here where this oval is, if you choose, you can cut out an oval and stamp if you choose. And with this particular die, you're going to cut out 2, 1 for each end. And then once it's assembled, this tab here attaches right here to the end of your little tunnel or funnel or whatever you want to call it, so that it'll fold up, as you can see, and it closes up the ends. So great little party favor boxes. To me, I would color these as Vinkas. I love Vinkas. Vinkas also have another name, and I can't think of what they're called at the moment. Oh, is it periwinkle? I think periwinkles and Vinkas are the same flower. It just depends on what region of the country you're in. And so for these dies here, you have 2. You can do like a pierce look, or you can have one that has like the stitch holes. And there's 2 options, and they will fit on this, so it's includes a tag. And then you can also die cut out. So we have Kiss, Love, XO, XO, and Hugs. And it also includes embossing plates. So we have some stars, then like some, it's almost like eyelets right there. And then we have the long stars that if you want, you can emboss those into the long panel of the box. And then these here are all layering pieces. So if you want to layer, have panel layers on each of these different panels, they include those options as well. If you want, you don't have to use all the teeny intricate die cuts. You can cut these out and just layer those onto the box. It just depends on how detailed or ornate or elaborate you want the box to be. So that is the stamp and die set. I'm going to put those back in here. Tuck that in there. I wish they had always done it. I think it's about 10 kits ago, or 10 to 15 kits ago is when they started including the assembly instructions. So, anywho, so there's our stamp and die. And there's always wonderful Nuvo products included as well. And so we have ribbon. We have a satin ribbon here. It is called Sweet Pink. There's that, so that you can tie together the ends and close up your box. We have, I love this stuff. This is their shimmer powder. And this is like, if you're familiar with Ken Oliver's Color Burst, there's two other brands out there and I can't think of what they're called at the moment. But this is a powder. There's a couple ways to use it. You can put it on a craft mat, water it, and then paint with it if you wish. You can sprinkle the powder on your project and then spray it with a spray bottle. And it's exactly like what Ken Oliver color bursts call them. It's a burst of color. And so when this one's wet, you can see greens, some yellows, some blues. You get kind of like a marbling effect. And then the other way is that you can put the water down and sprinkle it that way as well. To me, I think the sprinkling of the powder and then the spraying gets you the most dramatic look. That's been my experience. So anyway, so you get this in the color Green Parade. You get some Nouveau glitter drops right here, full size, in the color Enchanting Pink. A full-size pot of glimmer paste. Let's see. It is sealed. I'm not going to open it. With this stuff, along with the embossing mousses or the mousse line, I try to peel back the foil and I keep it. And then when I go to close it up, I push the foil back down. It helps the life inside, because it will, if you open it and you don't use it for a long period of time, or you don't have a temperature controlled room, which I know some people don't, it's going to dry out. And I like to use it with spatulas. That's how I use it. You can water it down if you want. Anything you can water down just a little bit. But it gives a nice shimmery, glittery effect. If you want, I mean, if you don't mind getting messy, you can dip your finger in it. You know, if you're wanting to get, like, if you have flower petals or leaves and you just want to get the tips of the individual petals or leaves, I would dip my finger in it and then just like distress the edges. So there's that. And then it actually comes with 3 alcohol markers. And I don't know why. It would be really fantastic if they... I'm a brush tip gal. I prefer brush tips. Nouveau alcohol markers are good. They are not refillable though, and they come with a chisel and a fine point, which I'm not a fan of. So your fine point, if you look closely, you can see there's a gray line here. So you know that your gray line, if it's like this, you know that that's your fine point tip. And then your opposite side is your chisel. So if I had my way, everything would be chisel and brush tip. Because, you know, with the brush tip, with the pressure, you can determine if you need fine point or, you know, something thicker. That's my personal preference. Anyway, it comes with pink taffy, pea pod, and delicate rose. And they do have color families. I don't have their chart, so I don't know, you know, if there's like a specific color codes like for different parts, you know, like with Tonic Studios, not Kay Werner. I can't think of her name. I follow her and I followed her for years. Shoot. She's got a YouTube channel and she made what's called like a hex chart. Somebody, I know somebody knows. Comment below why I can't think of her name. I don't know, because I followed her for years. She's amazing. But she created a hex chart for the Copic coloring line. And so it breaks up the warms, the cools, the reds, the blues, the blue-greens, the yellows, you know, so on and so forth. So I don't know if Tonic has something or is thinking of creating something similar. I have no idea, but anywho. So you get all of this in the current Tonic Craft Kit. I don't know if it's sold out. If there's a link, I'll try and put it below for this one. If not, if you sign up, you'll get the next craft kit, which would be the June. So just putting that out there. Anywho, any questions or comments, leave them down below. Feel free to shoot me an email, which is also down at the bottom of my description of every video. And with that, I'm going to close it here because I have stuff I got to go get done. And as always, love y'all to pieces. As always, happy crafting. Bye-bye.